Folks, welcome back into the 5 Keys to Successful Retirement. I'm Coach Pete again, joined with Mr. Zach Zager. Zach, this is a big one, and I know folks all around Texas need to know this.
Yeah.
How do you understand the purpose of each investment, or where do you put the money? We color code it in red, green, yellow. We're going to talk about each one. Let's talk about red money. What's red money in your opinion?
Well, red money is typically investments that have market risk. And this is, you become very comfortable with this type of money because it's typically what we use when you're accumulating.
Yeah.
Investments that go up and down, and it's exciting because you can see some huge gains, right?
Hey, what else can you see?
But you can also see some huge losses.
Yeah.
And we've got to recognize that once we're close to retirement, what we call the retirement red zone, where you're within 5 years of retirement or 5 years after you've retired, this is the most exposed your portfolio is ever going to be because it's typically the largest. And if you don't recognize that all your money's in that red zone and we need to move it into some other zones, you could get yourself in trouble.
Unfortunately, what I've seen is it's almost like when you go to Vegas and you walk by the tables where the guys have a lot of chips piling up and they keep putting more money in. They're in the red zone because they have a great chance of a big return.
Yep.
But then I walk by the same table a half hour later and the tower of chips is gone. Matter of fact, the person may even be gone. Now, they may be gone because they were smart enough to lock in their gains, but what happens to most people? They keep gambling.
There's a reason why those hotels are so nice.
So people watching right now, when we talk about the retirement casino, when is a good time to lock in your gains and take some of those chips off the table and put them in a better place? Your pocket, one thing, or other places. When's a good time for that?
Well, I think, if you're within 5 years of retirement, you've got to start thinking differently because now time isn't on your side.
You're right.
And if we have a set of market returns that aren't great, you could end up having to work longer or just change your lifestyle, not live as high end that you would like to in retirement.
So you have a good gain, which is great, but it's only a gain once you realize it. So a lot of people talk about the paper gains they have in crypto or stock market. Look at the big gain I have. And I always say, you're not up until you're out.
Yep.
Because you really haven't realized the gain. So you could go up and down, and I've seen the stock charts. Everyone's seen the stock charts of any stock, or the Dow or the S&P. It doesn't go up and down like this. It all bounces all around. So the secret is to make sure that you don't depend on market timing to have a successful retirement. So take some of that money. Let's say you had all your money in the red accounts right now at risk, and you wanted to divide it a little bit. Let's say you're 65 years old right now. So the rule of 100 says 65% of your money needs to be in a place you can't lose.
Right.
So in a red account, in a stock account, there's no guarantees there that you won't lose that money.
Right.
Take some of that money off the table, put some into an emergency account. Let's talk about emergency accounts. How important are they?
Well, life happens, right? Your car breaks down, the air conditioner goes out.
It always happens.
It always happens.
Everything happens right when you don't need it to happen.
So we typically recommend that you'd have anywhere from 3 to up to 12 months, depending on your comfortability of in this yellow account. Money
Covering
that's
all
in
the
bank,
expenses and all the fun
emergency
things. As
funds.
much as you can put in there is possible, but not too much because it's not going to earn much.
Right.
It's not going to go away, but it's not going to go up either. For the most part.
Yep.
So the most important one to me are what we call the green accounts for retirement.
Yep.
Green accounts not only make sure you can't lose the money, but it gives you a lifetime income you can never outlive. And you can tell with certainty to the folks that are watching, you can tell them with certainty what that income's going to be ahead of time, which is amazing to me.
Yeah.
And it never runs out for both spouses, which is even more amazing when you think about it.
Well, they've spent their whole life in the red zone. And most people that we know don't even know about the investments are in the green zone. And it reminds me of a story that I had a buddy I grew up with that really wanted to get a pickup truck and saved all his money. It was a single cab, jacked up pickup truck, big wheels.
Well, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, and he met his actually soon-to-be wife. He met her, took her first date on with her, and ended up marrying her and having 2 kids.
So the truck was worth it.
They loved the truck, right? But after 2 kids, how convenient is that truck?
Oh, not good.
Right,
single cab,
caused a lot of problems, and so he had to make a change and buy, believe it or not, a minivan.
Oof.
But within a week, he loved it. He couldn't believe that he waited that long. I mean,
comfort, everything was better for it.
TV to entertain the kids. And the same thing could be said about retirement investments. You're used to the red zone, but that probably isn't the best route to go when it comes to retirement. And their investments are in this green zone that can get a decent amount of return and guarantees that take out the number one concern for retirees, and that's the fear of running out of money. And we can take that off the table for them.
Taking the worry out of living in retirement.
Take the worry out of living.
Folks, if you would like to have your very own color-coded system put together by Zach, give him a call right now. It's invaluable. There's no cost for this appointment.
Yep.
And it could cost you if you don't call, basically, if you leave all that money in the red zone. So give a call today.